the draft, the WWE draft happened a little while ago, and I talked to Carmelo Hayes about this, and I asked him, were you disappointed not hearing your name? Were you feeling that as well? Because some people got their names called and they were very surprised to hear it. Others were like, yeah, I knew I deserved to be here. Grayson Waller was one who said that. But yet, I wonder why. But with you, what were your feelings that night? Were you hoping? Did you not care? What were your emotions?
Um, I was a bit indifferent, if that's a good representation of it. I wanted to be on the main roster so that I could prove myself against the best, but at the same time, I was the NXT North American champion, and I was on a path of a historic run, and I also didn't want that to end.
Mm,
And if you get called up and you are a champion, you relinquish your championship. So I didn't want that to be the way that my title reign came to an end. If I was defeated, if I lost my championship, I wanted it to be to an opponent that I actually lost to, not like last week. But sorry, bad memories just popping up. But I I I I did want to get called up, but I was not hurt as badly as I thought I would be when my name was not called.
mm.
Yeah,
Because Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, they got called up. They were the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions at the time, and luckily they didn't have to relinquish their championships. Though they did
they got
eventually.
lucky.
They unified them with Ronda and Shayna, and then that happened. So in reality, they got called up. They kept the championships, but eventually they did lose them. So maybe the pathway would be a little different from you with Dirty Dom screwing you over in Judgment Day. But all I have to say is I am so pumped for the Great American Bash on July 30th. You, Ali, Dirty Dom. People talk about, oh, this will be a good match. No, this is not going to be a good match. It's going to be a great match. This is going to be one of the. It's going to be one of those matches where people are like, it's very hard to not say this is match of the night. So when you're going into
Oh,
situations like this, because again, people love you on the internet. People. I knew you from the Rascal days. I know you from NXT days. Oh yeah, a little Trey Miguel. So there's a lot going on there. But yet, when you're going into situations like this, what is the pressure? Because people expect you now to have great matches, not just, oh, he's good at wrestling. They expect you to have great matches.
I mean, I expect myself to as well. So I hold myself to a certain standard. I I know what I bring to the table. I know what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are, and I'm always going to do my best to highlight my strengths, as everybody should. But I'm also not one to shy away from my weaknesses and show that I am still trying to grow within those. Um, it, it, I love the expectation that I'm going to have a great match. I love that because I love the pressure in a way. That pressure pushes you to be a little bit more on point. It makes you think a little bit more, but not overthink.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you assess your situations and properly like formulate that game plan. I love that. Taking it back to my military time period. It's you find your game plan, you have your plan A, B, and if you need to, a C. I'm definitely gonna have all the way down to Z for this match because every single person in that match wants this. I want this. Mustafa wants this. Dom wants this. Dom has the Judgment Day. Mustafa has just years of pent up aggression that he is ready to truly let out because he has not been able to capture a championship. I know what that feels like to be on the administering end of that, to be on the receiving end of that. I'll talk to you after the match. But I understand the passion that he has going into this, but they don't know how I feel about this. And they're going to find out at the Great American Bash when I give them every single bit that I have. They're going to have to carry me out of that ring. They're going
Well,
to, if I do not walk out of there with that championship on my shoulder, they're going to have to carry me out of that ring.